Hi, I'm John and I'm the Jigsaw Puzzler, and today we're going to talk through my new puzzle haul. I had to go to a nearby regional town today for various appointments, and while I was there I thought to myself, how about I go to the op shops and see what's available in their jigsaw puzzles. And I came away with 6 puzzles from 3 different op shops. So, what did I get and how did I choose them? Well, these were obviously not all the puzzles that were available to me at all 3 of those shops. The first puzzle here is called Night at the Circus. It's a Crown brand puzzle. It's 1,000 pieces in their fantasy series. And the picture is of a collage of these crazy circus themed images. There are elephants and bears and clowns and bubbles and Ferris wheel and circus tents, and there's a ringmaster and all sorts of performing animals and performing people doing traditional circus activities. This is a very, very busy image. I was drawn to this one because it contains so many elements, and I thought that it would be a really interesting challenge to do this one. This one is so busy that I don't think there's any one particular zone that you can just pull out all at once. Everything connects to everything else. Everywhere you look, there is something else adjacent to that image. Possibly this pinwheel firework in the corner, or the Ferris wheel, or the circus tent might be the largest areas of just plain identifiable puzzle, but everything else is jam-packed full of details. I've got some other collage style puzzles, but I don't think any of them are quite so jam-packed with details. So that will be an interesting challenge to do. The second puzzle I got is a Wacky World puzzle. This is the first Wacky World puzzle that I've ever owned. My puzzle partner has one of her own that we have done together of a film studio set. This one is a depiction of a supermarket. And obviously, being Wacky World, if you look closely at the image, and all sorts of funny things are happening here. There's a person dressed up as a giant sausage in the background. There are kids running around the supermarket. There's an adult here who's tripped over on a bag of oranges or something like that that has fallen out on the ground. So there's somebody here trying to repair a broken window, and there are birds flying in and out. This inflatable tomato sauce bottle has deflated. It's got a hole in it, and you can see where they've drawn the air coming out of it. All sorts of tiny little details over this puzzle. I got this because it's just plain fun, and because the last Wacky World puzzle we did of the film studio set was enjoyable to do, very achievable, and a really, really fun image. So I was pleased to pick that one up. One of the other things I note about this box, and in fact all the boxes that I've got today, are that the boxes themselves are in really good condition. And I take that as a bit of a sign about the condition of the puzzle inside the box. Now, we were talking to the staff member at one of these op shops, and she said that they have a woman who comes in, a volunteer, who comes and counts all of the puzzle pieces before they put the puzzle out for sale. And that's a fantastic service. I thought to myself, I could do that. It's just that I wouldn't count the pieces. I'd want to make the puzzle just to make sure all the pieces were there. But she counts out all the pieces, and you're apparently not allowed to disturb her so she doesn't lose count. But so any that I got from that store, and I think Wacky World was one of them, should be complete puzzles, which is fantastic. I have heard this before at other op shops, that they have people who go through the puzzles to make sure they're complete. But obviously not all of them. I do have incomplete op shop puzzles, usually with one piece missing. But I'm looking forward to these ones because I think there won't be any pieces missing. Certainly not from this one. It's still in its original packaging. This is the Indiana Jones puzzle. I chose this for a few reasons. Firstly, I'm an Indiana Jones movie fan. I love those movies, particularly the Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Temple of Doom. I chose this one because I love Indiana Jones, but I took a look at the picture here and thought, now that's going to be a real challenge. It's 1,000 pieces, like the others, but the image here, and it's got a clearer version on the back, I think, is just of this silhouette of Indiana Jones crossing a bridge inside a cave, and it's all different shades of brown. Very few highlights, a few lines that you can follow to put the puzzle together. So I thought, well, it's probably achievable, but there are some areas of just blank colour, and I thought that might be a bit of a challenge there as well. Oh, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, that's the one I was trying to think of. Yes, amongst some of my favourite movies. This puzzle was brought out, the manufacturer is Zing Pop Culture by Electronics Boutique Australia, and it was produced somewhere in the box here. It says that it was produced, oh here we are, from the new film Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So this is a fairly recent, yes, 2023, fairly recent puzzle, still in its wrapping. I'm expecting that to be complete and a bit of a challenge to do. Then I saw this. This is not going to be easy, but my, what a beautiful picture. This is called Saltwater People by an artist called Stephen Beku. I think that's how you pronounce it, B-E-K-U-E, Stephen Beku. It's a 500-piece puzzle. It's Mindbogglers, so down the affordable end of the puzzle spectrum in terms of retail price. But this most magnificent Indigenous work of art as the image. Obviously all shades of purple, blue and white. Being 500 pieces, it's not as big as some of the others, but I think this is going to be a real challenge, and it is an absolutely magnificent image, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to doing this one. Just those vibrant colours, the patterns. We won't be able to sort by colour on this one. We might not even do the edge first on this one. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking through in my head how we might attack this to complete it. There are two dolphins here in the middle, and I'm thinking that they might be okay to find the pieces for those. It might be these banks of white dots down the side here might be quite doable in the beginning, and then probably we'll go to the 5 larger motifs in the puzzle, and then just see where it goes to from there. But I'm really thoroughly looking forward to that one. Then we have this puzzle, 1,036 pieces. It's nice that they put the exact number on the box. It's called the Regata Storica, Venice. This is by a photographer called Stephen Wilkes, and the puzzle itself, Day to Night, is a very interesting image. It's a composite made up of about 30 photos taken of this view of Venice over a 30-hour period. So right through from day to night, and then they have been photographically manipulated into a single image. It is of a historic boat race or boat parade in Venice called the Regata Storica, showing traditional Venetian boats and people in Venetian costumes. I nearly didn't choose this one for one very good reason, and that is this. I'm not looking forward to the sky. Now there are shades of colour, and it grades from lighter in the centre out to the dark and the purple over here. So I'm holding on to the fact that those gradients exist and that I might be able to sort this one out. But yeah, I think this is going to be a bit of a challenge to complete that one, but an absolutely beautiful photographic image. Not a collage, not an illustration, not an artwork, or an artistically designed work, but a proper photograph or proper photographic elements. of the city of Venice. And staying with our Venetian theme, we have a ColorLuxe 1500 piece puzzle. All of these are approximately 1,000 pieces. This is the big one, 1500, of a street scene in Venice. It is actually called Quaint Cafe on a sunny side street, Venice, Italy. It's a slightly older puzzle. It dates from 2018, and yes, it's part of a series of which there are 6 in the series from all over the world. So this is, I have done other ColorLuxe puzzles, smaller ones, and they're produced for Crazy Art, which I think is the brand that imports into Australia for Kmart. Yes, it is. So I've done some Crazy Art ones before, and they are generally pretty good quality. I like this because the banks of colour, you can see this very yellow building here. We've got the awnings at the front and the chairs, the people. There's a couple of people here. Tiny bit of sky, which I suspect I'll do quite early on. Balcony with flowers, and then just blocks of colour with some detail. I thought for a 1500 puzzle, that might be good to do as well. So there is today's rather magnificent, I think, puzzle haul from 3 different op shops in a regional city in New South Wales. And I'm really looking forward to doing all of those. I'll probably time-lapse those and review them for this channel as I do them. So look out for each of those in turn. And thank you for watching.